Yes, good morning, students. Let's discuss the questions given in your practice paper on page 367. Page 367 in your practice paper. First question. Which article in McElroy's suitcase played perhaps the most significant role in Evan's escape and how? Yes, Devansh.
When McElroy came as an investigator, he was having certain items in his suitcase, and one of the items was having a rubber ring, which he said that he wanted to use it for his disease that for files, but he gave it to Evans. He gave it to Evans and to change his identity, and Evans put some pig blood in some mixture with citrate and some so that clots cannot be made.
Yes.
So he used that to change his identity and went to
Yes, the article which played the important role or the most significant role in Evan's escape was the rubber ring which he had brought. And when it was inquired, he told that he was suffering from the problem of piles, hemorrhoids, and for that he needed to have it for sitting for a long time. But actually he was having the blood in that, pig's blood he had brought, so that it can be mixed with the human blood and can be avoided the clotting, to avoid the clotting purpose. And that blood was used. So thinking the health problem of the invigilator McElroy, they allowed that rubber ring, and it played a great role in Evan's escape. Yes? हाँ. सूटकेस में ही थी वो बेटा. सूटकेस जब उसने सर्च करा सूटकेस को, ही इन्वेस्टिगेटेड. पहले तो उसके कपड़ों को झाड़कर फ्रिस्क करके देख रहा है और उसको कुछ हार्ड चीज नजर आती है तो वो पूछता है व्हाट इज दिस, एंड ही टोल्ड दैट इट इज माय स्पेक्टिकल्स केस, कि उसका जिसमें स्पेक्टिकल्स रखता था वो केस था. देन ही आस्क्ड हिम अबाउट दैट नाइफ आल्सो, and he told him that I should keep it if you don't need it. That was kept to open the envelope. Then he found the rubber ring, and in a very funny way he asked him कि it was just like the waist of a 12 inches boy कि आप इसके साथ कोई game खेलने जा रहे हो. Then he answered that he had a problem of piles, hemorrhoids, and he could not sit for a long time. That's why he needed it. But actually there was blood in that ring, which was semi-inflated. Next, describe the precautions taken by the prison authorities for the smooth conduct of Evan's examination.
There were many precautions taken by prison authorities for Evan's smooth conduct of exam. First was a separate cell was provided to Evan for conduction of exam. All the sharp things were removed from the Evan cell so that we could not do anything. A lot of security and security guard also surrounding the cell, and the German teacher was also checked.
Checked? No checking was done for the German teacher. Checking होती तो उनको locate हो जाता ना कि उसका friend ही आ रहा है. They did not try. Only the security arrangements were made according to them. They had a lock at the main gate also. Then in the inside, in the D wing also, the door was locked, the gate was locked, and the prison officers were there on duty. But they were not checking who is entering. So a special type of device was also kept in the room to listen the conversation by the governor. Whatever they were conversing or any sound, any type of discussion was done, he would be able to listen. Special arrangements were done for all type of security checks, but even then he escaped. Next. The next question will be almost a similar answer. What precautions did the authorities take for the smooth conduct of the O-level examination? Same all arrangements, what you have discussed in the first question, that was done, that the exam was to be conducted in the same cell where Evans was. They had not shifted so that some problem could not arise. It was arranged in the same cell only. How did the governor react to the two calls he received in quick succession? Amandeep? Yes. Next question. How did the governor react to the two calls he received in quick succession? एक के बाद एक जब दो कॉल्स आई तो उसका क्या रिएक्शन था? The exam started at 9:25. He got a call at 9:40 from the assistant secretary of the examination board. Then again he got a call after a few minutes from for the prison van and for some police officers on duty. What was his reaction for these two successive calls? Yes?
Governor acted very strangely to these calls. He thought that it could be a fraud, that it could be an immense plan also for escape from the prison.
Then
he also reacted. He also called the supervision to confirm the calls, but the line was busy.
yes, for the examination board, when he got the call, he tried to get verification whether this call was from the examination board. But when he tried, it was busy, it was engaged, and he only could listen the staccato bleeps, only the sounds when the phone is engaged. And then when he got the call from the prison van from the magistrate court for a remand case and for the demand of some prison officers, at that time also the idea came in his mind that this could be a hoax, that means a false call. But then he tried to make himself understand that he is only imagining the wild things, and considering himself as a silly man, that he was not able to think about his arrangements, and he was having doubt on Evans every time. Otherwise, he felt that he was overdoing the things. That was his reaction, and he got satisfied that nothing could be wrong. Everything was going on well. Sit down. Next question. Question number 5. Again, the same question repeated. First question is repeated. What clues did the question paper of Evans provide to the governor? Yes, Kevin? What clues did the question paper of Evans provide to the governor? You can answer, yes. Better to come here. Let me see Kevin also. Yes?
Evans' question paper provided a lot of clues to the governor.
Please listen.
In the question paper, it was written that after escaping, Evans would go to Elsfield Way first, where there was examination center situated.
Not examination center, examination board.
Then he would head towards the roundabout. Then from there he would go to a place which governor thought that governor didn't knew. So he thought of that the place would be a forward. So he thought that it would be Newbury.
Yes, from the new grave, he understood that there is the place with this name only, Newbury. Yes, he got some clues from that superimposed sheet, which was pasted on the blank sheet of the question paper. And he tried to decode the German language and came to know about the whereabouts of Evans, where he might have gone. That it might be from starting from the Elsfield Way, they might be going towards the Haddington roundabout. And from there, they would move to a place, the name which he could not identify first. Then he realized that it might be the New Grave. And when he got the center number and the index number on the survey map, he got the place of Chipping Norton and came to know the name of the hotel Golden Lion also from the correction slip, and he reached to that place from this. That means this question paper which was left by Evans served as a hint or a clue for the governor. Otherwise, they would not be able to find out. Next question. Why did Evans sit for the O-level German examination? Yes, first one.
O-level examination was just a part of the plan that Evans made for his escape. He was not at all learning German. It was just his friend who was coming to teach him. So that just they could make a plan and he can escape.
Because every type of arrangement was done this time. The governor was taking personal and individual attention for each and everything. All precautions were taken, and he knew it would be very difficult for him to escape this time. So he planned for the O-level German examination, because for the examination for getting more qualification, no one would stop you. And this was the best excuse he found. And the teacher who was coming to teach him German was also his own friend. And he was having discussion and planning with his friend, and everything was executed by his all good friends, which he told in the end that he had so many good friends. Next, what kind of a person was Evans?
He was a transport, Evans was quite pleasant and right type of person. He was a good singer at Christmas parties also. He knew the strategy, how to manipulate the police officers. Also, he was just clever and smart, and he can easily handle the situation and escape from the police.
Yes, from the very beginning, we are told through the mouth of the governor when he talked to the secretary of the examination board that he was a pleasant type of chap, not very violent one, no having any criminal record, and having interest in the singing also, tried to copy the great singers. But he had by nature or by birth the habit of stealing the things, congenital kleptomania. And otherwise, he was very friendly with the police officers and tried to get the advantage of that liberty and the generosity of those police officers. Last question, what did the jail authorities do to prevent Evans' escape from Oxford prison? Again, the same precautions or the arrangements what were taken. Should we discuss some extra questions also? Let me check what you understood from the story. Some more questions. You can keep your book open in front of you. The long questions given are almost the same that are given in the book. Yes, first question again, who was Evans, and describe two of his main characteristics. Yes, Varun. Who was Evans? If you have to give the introduction about him, who was? Thief. Yes. Evans. What was his full name? I told you to underline for the MCQ questions. James Roderick Evans was a prisoner at the, which prison? What is the name of the prison given? Oxford prison. He was quite a pleasant man and had no record of violence. He used to be one of the stars at the Christmas concert, but he was just a congenital kleptomania, having the habit of stealing. The prison officers called him Evans the Break. Please note down these points which can be converted into objective questions, because he had successfully broke jail thrice or 3 times. Clear? Next. How was Evans' presence in the prison felt by the authorities? How was Ivan's presence in the prison felt by the authorities? Were they fed up? Were they feeling sick when he was in the prison? कोई वो problem create करता था ऐसी prison में उनको कि वो कुछ troublesome feel करते हों उसको? You have to explain if some type of question comes in 2 or 3 lines. Yes.
No doubt, Evans was having quite pleasant nature and he was friendly with the prison officers, but they considered Evans as a burden because he had escaped from the prison thrice, and they were feeling it as their obligation or responsibility to prevent Evans to escape while he was free.
You can tell his behavior with the prison officers also, that he was very friendly. So now, even though Evans was a prisoner, the whole of the prison loved to have him there. He was smart, tricky, intelligent, and the most popular inmate of the prison. Even the authorities admired his skills, but were worried by only about his possibility of being escaped. He had many good friends among the prisoners, and even the governor himself was concerned for him and at times behaved as Ivan's fan, because at the end of the story we feel that he was full of praise for Evans also. That means even governor was also full of praise for him. Yes, next question. Manveer. What was the unusual request that the governor made to the secretary of the examination board?
The governor called the secretary of the examination and told him that a prisoner from the jail wants to give a German examination, which was a bit shocking for the secretary because it was very unusual that a prisoner has requested to
That was
appear in the examination.
the unusual request was to conduct the exam in the cell itself. Permission can be given by the secretary of the board for the examination. They cannot refuse anyone if anyone wants to improve the academic qualification. But the unusual thing was that he got the permission and he asked the secretary of the board to conduct the exam in the cell itself, not to create any other center outside. कि उसको प्रिजन वैन में उठाकर कहीं और ले जाना पड़े सेंटर के लिए. For that he made an unusual request to the secretary that it should be allowed that the examination could be conducted in the cell itself. Next question. Hanji. Was Evans really interested in getting some sort of academic qualification? Give a reasoned answer.
No, Evans was not interested in getting some academic qualification. It was just a
Plan.
It was just a plan to escape from prison.
Yes.
He was not learning any German language, and he was planning for six. He was planning for months to escape from.
Yes. No, it does not seem that James Roderick Evans was interested in getting any academic qualification. Actually, Evans the Break had made a deliberate plan to escape from the prison once again. He was not genuinely interested in O-level German, and the German teacher who came to teach him in the prison was also his friend and a part of that plan. Clear? Yes, next question. Why did Jackson ask Stephen to take Evan's razor and nail scissors out of the cell after he finished shaving?
It was one of the precautions measures that they wanted to take all the sharp objects from out from the cell for the examination so that he could not try to get or escape or do hurt himself with it. So they took all the sharp things like razor and knife and everything out from the cell.
Yes, they were in doubt that with razor Evans could cut his throat, or even he could hurt McElroy also. So it was told to them strictly that all sharp things, just like the nail filer, scissor, and razor, should be removed from his room. Next, who was Revered Stuart McElroy, and did he really come to invigilate? Who was Reverend Stuart McElroy? Did he really come to invigilate? स्टोरी सुनी हो तो बेटा कुछ पता होगा ना, हैं? Yes, Divyanshi.
McKelvey was the priest or invigilator that who came to invigilate the examination. He was from the nearby church to the prison, and he actually McKelvey didn't come to invigilate the examination because before examination he was at 8:45 he was being kidnapped by Ivan's friends, and the person who came to invigilate the examination was McKelvey, who was a friend of Evans.
He was not actual McElroy, he was Evans' friend only. And what we are told about him, that the actual McElroy was locked in his cell and he was gagged. उसके मुंह में कपड़े डालकर उसको वहीं पर सुबह ही पकड़कर उसको किडनैप करके बंद कर दिया गया था. So Revered Stuart McElroy was one of the persons at St. Mary Mag's. He was a person or a priest in the St. Mary Mag Church. He was appointed to invigilate during the examination in Evans' prison cell, but the man who came to invigilate was not McElroy. The real McElroy was found securely bound and gagged in his study. Someone else impersonated McElroy, that was Evans' friend, came to the prison. Yes, next. Megha Chugh. Beta, please unmute yourself. Gayatri ma'am, please give them option. I have stopped sharing the screen. Megha Chugh, please unmute yourself, beta. Kanika Gupta, Megha Chugh. Anyone out of you? Time waste ज़्यादा होता है इसमें.
Now, ma'am, they can unmute themselves.
Yes, beta. All of you, please switch on your video and unmute yourself for the answers. Kanika Gupta, Harleen Kaur, Lavdeep,